Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. A huge knockout win for Dave Allen tonight in the rematch. Just your immediate thoughts, Eddie?
Yeah, I mean, look, if anyone was going to break Johnny Fisher and his army's hearts, I'm glad it was Dave Allen. It was a great knockout win. Much the same as the first fight. Johnny controls the fight early, wins the rounds, but is always under pressure. It's just the ring IQ and experience of Johnny Fisher, of Dave Allen in there. That's just kind of walking him down, making him work, and making him use his energy. Gets caught with a silly right hand round the side, goes down, doesn't really recover, and then gets knocked out clean on the bell. A mixture of not being good enough on the night, inexperience particularly. And it's difficult. You've had like 2 amateur fights, you come out, you've got that kind of atmosphere, and Dave knows what he's doing. He knows his way around the ring, and he now comes with some confidence. And he now comes with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis. And now he's back with us at Matchroom, and we've got to look what's next for him. Obviously we've got the trilogy option. I don't think that's absolutely anything anytime soon for Johnny Fisher. He's got to go back to the drawing board, and I'm proud of him for taking a rematch tonight. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to do, but when you have a close fight like that, I think everybody wants you to run it back, and he wanted to give everybody what they wanted, which was number 2.
In many ways, it followed kind of the footsteps of the first fight, but Johnny was boxing a lot better in them first 3-4 than he did in the first fight.
He did, but at the end of the day, he's also allowing Dave Allen to walk you down and apply pressure. Johnny is heavy-handed, but he didn't necessarily show that tonight. He was a little bit gun-shy with keeping Dave honest. Sometimes you've got to take the middle of the ring and you've got to use a ramrod jab and you've got to whack the body hard and you've got to get his respect early. He didn't seem to be having the same kind of power shots landing as you saw in Riyadh. But it was, it's difficult to come back to, because at the end of the day, the last fight was treacherous, and there was a lot of demons that he had to overcome tonight. And, it's difficult to do it on that stage, especially against someone as wily and experienced as Dave Allen, who now carries, like I said, a bit of confidence about him as well.
Do you think Dave would beat David Adelaide?
Beat David Adelaide?
I know he's fighting Jamie TKB next, but just as the British
look,
champion.
Dave's a right handful for anyone, because he's got a great chin, he can whack, he's a big lump, and he's got a decent ring IQ. Dave Allen is British and European level. That's it. He ain't a world-class heavyweight, but he knows his way around the ring. And on his night, I said to him in the ring after, he's like, he always underplays. He's like, well, I don't think I'm really British title level. Of course you're British title level. When you get it right, when you don't train and you can't be bothered, you're definitely not British title level. And I said, maybe it's time you started realising you are a good fighter.
Shot selection was quality.
Yeah, but he's very experienced and he knows boxing inside out. And listen, Jamie Moore and Nigel have done a remarkable job, so he needs to believe in himself a little bit more, and we'll see what's next. Maybe we keep him active, maybe we put him into a big fight next, maybe he headlines in Sheffield. That his profile is massive, and people love Dave Allen. They always have done. And it's going to be interesting to see what's next. Talk of the devil.
Talk of the devil, talk of the champ. The first belt of his career as well, by the way. Can't believe
that.
What's that fight, number 40?
Yeah. I know, and he deserves it. He deserves it for sure.
I know, obviously, hindsight. Do you think the fight could have been stopped quicker to prevent that last shot where Johnny fell face down?
Look, I don't think when he got stopped, at the end, there wasn't a lot. There was a few landed, but it was the clean left hook that landed. And by then it's very difficult. Kind of landed on the bell. And I think arguably, should he have been able to continue when he got up? I think the ref has got to give him the chance there in this kind of big fight. But he was also out on his feet and he couldn't really protect himself. I heard the 10 count go, and I just thought, just hold on. You got 2 seconds, and it was on the bell. And it doesn't matter whether it's on the bell or 10 seconds before the bell or what. It was a beautiful left hook, and that was all she wrote.
Probably a bit of a stupid question, but when you went to see him, how was
just gutted, because he's put everything into it. He made massive sacrifices in this camp. He went away. He trained so hard, and I said to him, and sometimes for a fighter, well, anything in life, when you've done everything you can, I know everyone says, well, you did everything you can. You can look yourself in the mirror and you can be proud of what you did. And that is 100% true. But you also can know, I did everything and I wasn't good enough. And that hurts.
Is he quite, I know John, he's like quite a what will be type character.
Yeah, but when you've put that work in and you've gone into the fight truly believing you're going to win, and you've done everything, you've left no stone unturned, and you get beat, I will go in and try and lift spirits by saying, you've done everything you can, you couldn't have done any more. And he will say, yeah, but I still wasn't good enough. And that hurts, you know what I mean? And that's why you've got to be better. You've got to be better.
We love Johnny. We hope he's
Yeah.
all right and can't wait to see him back whenever that is. Conor was ringside tonight, obviously just enjoying the cameras, the limelight and whatnot. Talk to Shakur in New York?
I mean, look, that's something for down the road. I mean, Shakur would take the fight with Conor. I think they both want to do that fight. But for now, look, we head towards the Eubank rematch in September. And then everybody's calling out Conor Benn. So he's got massive fights ahead of him. But, you know, we know what we signed up for and look forward to fighting Eubank in September.
What do you reckon of the haircut, by the way?
Huh? I'll
haircut.
rate it.
It's growing on me. When I
Yeah,
first
I
saw
like
the
it.
picture,
I mean,
was
I
a
don't
bit-
think I could pull it off personally, or even you. Do you know what I mean?